Today, we will teach you how to remove the iron sheet pocket. This piece of iron we put in the separator and we heat it at 99 degrees. Just pry it off with tweezers when you're done. Now let's heat it up. Pry it off as soon as you heat it up. $99 direct heat. I'm going to heat it up a little bit here. It was glued on with glue. Put the tweezers directly on the edge of this, and then straight up. This will be easier to remove once you pry it open. Let's see how do we change the wires. How do I change the shaft? Take the heating table directly. Let's remove all the screws first. Take out our stone screwdriver. Remove all the screws that can be removed from this side. Remove all screws for pressing and bending wires. It's a screw on the front corner. Here are the 4 screws connecting the rotating shaft removed. These 4 screws are a little bit smaller. When we took this down, we realized it has this button on it. Pry the button open for it. We are going to heat this place up. Heat this up and pry it open. There's a plastic clasp stuck in this place. Take it off. This place has some glue on it. I'm gonna heat it up, and then I'm gonna pull it apart. It's the same over here. Get the plastic clasp open for him. Glue in. And when you take it off, I can just take it off here. Rip the sticker right off him. The sticker comes off when you rip the line. This is going to be the top half of this. And then it's the same thing down here. The glue is sticking here. Just heat it up and pull it apart. After pulling, let's take a look at the axis of rotation and bring it down. This sticker just ripped it off. I'll tape it on later. Cut this sticker off it. And when you cut it off, this line is already down. Turn the shaft. The shaft is halfway turned. And then this row of wires can be pulled out. We have to take the center out first. Half and half. So we can pull out this row of wires. If you want to just replace the wiring, I'm going to pull it right out of the center. Okay, we have removed the pocket cable. It's the same thing to change the axis. The axis of rotation is a little bit easier. There's a sticker inside protecting the line. Pocket shaft is usually not changed. If you want to feel the shaft dirty, we can clean it up. The shaft is almost never broken. That's harder. We'll do the same thing as before. Put it back together step by step. See how the axis of rotation actually goes in different directions. Be careful not to misplace the size. Bring this screen over and line it up. Install the wiring first. Remember the position of both sides of the row after installing the row. Let's say this is right over here. So this line is on this side. When I put this in, we are going to run this line through here. Just remember where you're going. Install this side first. The same goes for wiring. It's going in the same direction. And I'm going to put it straight through. Once you've come through here. Put this little line through it again. Put the shaft back in when the little line comes in. And put it in this locator hole. Then put the wire back into place. Alright, the line will be in place here. Once it's in place, you can put in the positioning screws here. So that's installation. The process of installation and removal is basically the opposite. There's a magnet over here. The screw keeps getting stuck. Let's press it down with a screwdriver. Okay, put this on it. When I put it up here, and then we'll put in the other side of the shaft. Okay, let's install the screws here first. It's got a locator hole here. Position the dowel pins together. Just put it in. Buckle it in and then put the screws in. If the shaft breaks, we change the shaft. If the wiring is broken, you just change the wiring. You know how to disassemble it, okay. And then you put the corresponding buckle seat on it. It has a loose line. And then clamp it down tight. It's the same over here. Clamp down on this row of wires. After clamping down on it, we'll just put the screws on. What if you suspect it's the wiring? You don't have to strip the wires. You can attach a cable to it first. You just don't need to remove the shaft. Just grab a string and button a couple of buttons at a time. Has the screen problem been solved? If it's solved, that's the problem. If not unresolved, well, that's not the question. You can attach an external cable to test first, because it's gonna take a while to dismantle this. Okay, the rest is to install this screw. You know how to do it in the way you think, right? Like how do you pry iron? How to remove which screws? It's good to know a few questions. This screw is a bit gummy. Just put the screws on. So we've changed the axis of rotation. When you put in this back cover, put some ab glue on this place. Fight in this place. Apply the glue directly in a certain direction. It has a direction. Don't button it wrong. It's got this black adhesive that goes right up here. AB glue on it is okay. Just buckle it up again.